Hello and welcome to episode 4 of Random Rolls. My name is Frank, and I'll be the Dungeon Master for this episode. I'll be joined by 3 of my friends, Jade, Ryan, and Nathaniel. If you haven't seen the previous episodes, you'll want to go do that, because we not only have built up a story, but in episode 1 we introduce what Random Rolls is, the experimental format that it is. Now, this is important before you undertake our wild and crazy journey with us. In this episode, you'll notice a few things. First, me and Ryan are really tired, and that's because we were filming this at 5 a.m. We're in the United States, and at this time, Jade was in France and Nathaniel was in Australia. So, for us to play together, we had to have some interesting timing figured out. This time, Ryan and I were in the early spot. In the other episodes, it was not always us, but Nathaniel and Jade managed to look divine no matter the time of day. Ryan and I are a bit haggard, which leads me into my next point. Today, we are rolling on a new chart, a monster table. Now, given that it was 5 a.m. for me and we were rolling on this table, I didn't end up getting all my information straight, but that was okay. Which leads me into my next point. So there were a few mistakes made around monsters, but this is important. And I think it's a good point for us storytellers to remember, even, dungeon masters and non-dungeon masters that are storytellers, that as a group, we all will work together to get the story straight. And you'll see what I mean in this video. I didn't get things 100% accurate, but the team helped me out and gave me the details that we all needed to have a fun and successful adventure. Lastly, this video is a bit shorter than the other ones, and I want to know if that impacts your enjoyment of these videos. Do you find that these shorter videos are less intimidating to start watching than, say, a 60 to 90 minute video, or even the 3-hour videos that are out there? Please, let me know in the comments below. It would help me make more informed decisions. Also, before we get started, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. That way it tells us that we're doing something good. So, last time on Random Rolls, the crew and the party worked together to weather an immense evocation storm. Aapa was up in the crow's nest giving guidance down to Martin so that he could better navigate through the storm. Tracan was going around trying to repair the ship and helping the injured crew members. And Kepesk, trying to figure out a cause for this immense storm, used divine intervention to try and figure that out. But through some bad rolls, he unfortunately deduced that Martin's poor leadership was the cause of the storm. So he tried to kill Martin. Then just afterward, Kepesk was struck by lightning and nearly died. Now, we resume. And we have to find out what is going to happen to Kepesk. Will the rest of the crew even make it? This is only day 2. They've got 3 more days to get to their destination. Let's find out.
So let's start with Aapa. You are going around helping people, and I'd like you to give me a general medicine check to see how you're tending to everyone's wounds. No one is dying, but people are in a lot of pain.
19.
Oh, that's amazing. So you're going around and you've seen something similar like this. An animal in the jungle, its bite was not lethal, but it would cause extreme pain to the point that you saw it a lot. And you knew how to avoid it, and you knew the natural repellent to deal with this animal. But many of the other individuals that would go through or stay on the outside of your jungle were unfamiliar with this. So you are familiar with treating stuff like this once you figured it out that this is very similar. You also see the surgeon who you met, the elf downstairs, is also going around and tending to people, but he's dealing with the more serious ones, it looks like. He's prioritizing those who look like they have burns from the meteor fire or burns from the lightning explosion. He at one point goes up to Tracan Sorry, not Tracan. Tracan, you're sleeping. He goes up to Kepesk at one point to try and help you with the damage you sustained from the lightning and the explosion when it hit the ship. But then the captain comes up, Martin comes up, and he's like, no. You tend to everyone else first. I'm talking with Kepesk right now. And he's got behind him not only Barlock, but two more intimidating looking individuals. So the four of them, he says, come with me right now.
Martin, you didn't catch my javelin that I threw at you to help you fight the storm.
Barlick turns to look at you and say something, but Martin says, no. Now.
It's okay. Sometimes we drop things. Not all of us can be quick as I am.
Sometimes we drop things.
You all walk into this room, I assume. I assume you follow them.
No. I'm like, okay. I've got absolutely not. I've got 10 hit points. I'm not going to go into a room where he's gathered a bunch of fucking burly dudes and I've just tried to kill him. And all you didn't just ask me to roll for a deception roll, so it's like you must have seen straight through that without any roll needing to be done.
All right, so you're not following him. He says, no. All right, you want to have this talk right out here, right now?
Martin, things have always been open between us. You teach me how to use sextants. Not everyone, this is the first person who has tried to teach me this. I am open to having this out here.
Okay. So, as you understand it, traditionally, you became an officer through what we've done. However, your act, an attempt to kill the captain of the ship, is considered treasonous, and you are demoted and no longer an officer, and now Barlock has your position. Normally, we, in the old days, would flog someone like you until you passed out from pain. But seeing as you've already been struck by lightning, I'm going to take that as a sign that you've already been properly punished. That being said, you are still confined to the brig.
Someone tries to kill you on an object floating in the sea that is, what, 50 feet long, maybe 30 feet deep, and you're okay with me floating on this thing with you, even though you know I tried to kill you.
No. But I also can't let skilled people leave my ship. Not right now.
Oh, no, I don't know what to say. I was thinking we got off to such a good start.
That may be a bit one-sided.
Well, I guess next time I come across a piece of land, I will probably be leaving this ship.
That is your prerogative.
I know, that's why.
Now, would you kindly follow these gentlemen, or will they have to force you?
I would like to speak to my companions.
They can find you in the brig.
Do I have your word that I will be unmolested in the brig?
You have my word that I will do nothing to outrightly cause you harm, which is more than you have done for me.
Ooh.
So in that case, I would consider who is the wiser or better character.
Who is the molester and who is the molestee?
I would not be talking about wise when you have let 3 untrained crew members take over vital positions on your ship. But anyway, to the brig I go. Bye,
he walks away. He walks away from you as you tell him goodbye as well. And they take you down to the very bottom of the ship, where there is a metal cage built into a part of it in the corner. And down here it doesn't seem like the ship creaks normally. It doesn't sound like it's been affected by the acid so much. And this is where you will be for a little while.
Hey, you look really muscly. Do you work out?
They put you in the brig, lock it, and say nothing to you.
This is kind of kinky, guys. I like it.
Just so you know, this space is it is about 3 foot by 3 foot, so it's not comfortable. It's not large enough to lay down. You can pretty much stand and sit, be in a ball. Those are your positions.
I'm gonna start doing some martial arts training through the bars, just punching really quickly in between the bars and doing as much as I can in the little space that there is.
They're pretty narrow, so make a dexterity check to see how your precision is.
We talking acrobatics or just general dexterity?
Just general dexterity, like you were trying to punch a target.
Okay, that's a 17.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, you do. There's one time though that you do hit a bar, and it hurts, but not enough for damage. It just is it's very clear. You already knew you didn't want to punch iron bars, and now you're doubly sure you don't want to.
Sure.
Okay, Tracan. So you're going to sleep right now? Is that what's up?
That was the plan.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe not forever.
So you go down to the bunks and you're gonna try to get some sleep. And before you can get some sleep, you lay down, you close your eyes, and you hear everyone walking around throughout the ship. And then you hear someone with heavy feet stomp into the bunk room. And then, Tracan,
Yes.
what are you doing
What's it look like?
now?
I'm knitting. So he's very done.
The ship needs you.
The ship needs you. You're better anyway.
I could use your help.
I let out a very large bird sigh.
What does that sound like?
It's it's kind of like a sigh with a slight trill in it.
Okay.
Kind of like that. I guess I get up and I look visually upset. What do you need?
He looks kind of confused. Like, what don't we need? He says, just come on. Your magic.
I'll as we walk away, I'll mutter, well, we don't need lip, that's for one.
Don't need lip, don't need sass. No, there's plenty of it. It's been confined though downstairs. He goes to the top of the ship and he says, this hole, bad. I'll work on this. Filling this hole, I'll get with the wood. Need you to start working on the acid damage.
All right.
And the sails. Oh, and the exterior. Right.
Magic.
You take your pick.
I'll just start snapping my fingers.
All right. So it's not going to restore the hull necessarily. The acid damage is deep. So which one do you pick? What area?
What's the closest to me?
Well, if you're at the hole, the sails are right next to you because that damage hit near the mainsail.
I do that.
Okay. So you're gonna work on repairing the rope. Because the roping was cut for it. How would you like to do it? Because normally it would be a strength check.
To fix rope? Can I use magic?
Yeah, tell me how.
So is the rope like cut?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was cut from the top. So normally the rope that is used to restrain the sails when they are down is cut. So they're just kind of flapping in the wind without moving the ship along. And they're also cut from the point that would hold them up top, that would tie them up top.
Are they like... Is there a reason I can't just kind of push them together and cast mending?
Yeah, you have to get the ropes together though, because the ropes were close to their points. So you'll have, and they're like loose. So yeah,
So if I can figure out a way up there,
that is a good point to get at this. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna fly up there.
Okay.
Because I'm a bird.
Fair point.
And I'm gonna grab the rope, and I'm gonna go down there. I'm gonna grab the other rope. I'm gonna go like this, and then do the mending.
Oh, you make it sound so easy. All right then. Very good. That kind of a description doesn't require a roll, so that's good. Oh wow, you found a way around my dungeon master puzzle.
Yeah.
I don't know what the puzzle was.
I think our dungeon master completely forgot that you could fly.
I forgot that, and then I forgot that therefore he could probably balance very well on a sail. So that's a bummer for me. Anyway, I'm gonna say that you still have to do a strength check to pull the rope.
Okay. I actually forgot dice, so just give me 1 second. I got an 11.
Yeah, that's good. That's plenty good. It was. You also found a way to get the crew to do most of the work anyway.
That sounds like me.
True Tracan style. They help you out, so the pulling is pretty easy for you. Let's see who did the last roll here.
I think it was me that rolled in the storm, I think.
Yeah, I'll have the other two. If we could have Aapa and Tracan roll for me, D100, so the two D10s, please. The name of the game.
I got a 50 on the dot.
I get you said to roll 2 dice, right?
2 D10.
Yeah. I got 0 and 20.
Okay. All right. So, as the ship is cruising along, Tracan, with your higher vantage point, you get to give me a perception check first.
Am I good at that? Yes.
One would hope so.
17.
Oh, very nice. So you realize that the ship is entering an area with a bunch of driftwood. There seems to be, it seems like a ship was wrecked in this area not too long ago. And there are smaller bits spread out very far, and there are some larger pieces in the area as well.
How far away?
The larger pieces are about, they vary between 40 and 70 feet away from you. There's 3 of them.
I kind of just want to fly out and go check them out because I'm faster than the ship.
Sure thing. So you go out, you fly out there.
I'm gonna be cautious while I'm out there though.
Okay. So then as you slowly approach one of them, you notice that there's 2 things on the first one you're approaching. And they kind of start to ruffle themselves a bit, and you see that they have wings. And as you get closer, one of them pokes a head out from where it is up at you, and it's a woman's face.
Oh.
And then it goes, and the other one pokes his head up and looks at you.
Am I familiar with these?
I don't know. Probably not, given that you're from the plane of air. I have a feeling
exactly.
harpies don't exist in the plane of air.
They don't have that? You would expect
I don't know.
I also don't know, but I'd assume not.
I'm going to say not.
That's fine.
Hey, it's your world, Frank, anyway, so.
However, I would like you. Let's see if you've heard any stories about something like this. Pass between planes of existence as a bard.
Okay.
So give me a history check.
Oh, I'm bad at that. Well, not bad at anything. I'm a bard, but I'm less than good. 8.
Yeah, you haven't heard of these things.
I think I'm probably treating this kind of curious, but maybe curious but cautious.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try speaking to it in common, and if that doesn't work, I'll try speaking to it in Orin, and after that, I'd probably be lost.
Harpies are part of the elemental plane of air.
Oh, they are? Oh, all right then. Okay, fine. You do know what it is. How did you find that?
On fandom?
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. All right. So then in that case, you do know what they are. Let's retcon that.
Okay. Do I know that they're bad news, or?
You know that they have a luring song that can charm an individual to the point of almost certain death.
Do I know if they're intelligent?
You know that they're intelligent, they're cunning, but typically cowardly.
I'll try and puff up and scare them off. Yeah, I'll try and puff up and scare them off. I'll try and use prestidigitation to kind of make some firecrackers in their face or something that don't really do any damage, but a loud noise might scare.
Okay, give me some sort of check to gauge how well your distraction works, or your either intimidation, deception. I'd even offer a performance or
performance sounds good.
Accept performance. Okay.
Performance sounds good for me. 18.
Ooh, that's pretty good. Okay. You're cautiously going up. This one I said about, what did I say, about 40 feet, something like that. So you get about 20, maybe even 30 feet away. And that's when you get their attention. And it clicks in your head. They're immediately that these are harpies. And so you send out, what is it, like the loud firecrackers?
Yeah, and I'll just kind of squawk at them and try and get them to go.
you speaking the universal air plane of air language, the squawking language?
Yeah.
Okay. What does that sound like?
Oh God, Jeff's asleep.
It doesn't have to be terribly loud. You can do a muffled version of it. So Jeff was asleep.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's whatever.
I feel like I just heard him too. Go shut up.
Yeah, I'm pretty much just screaming scat scat in Orin.
Okay. These two look at you and the firecrackers go off and that sets them off and they start to fly away. Aapa, you hear those firecrackers. I'm not so sure if Kepesk would hear those firecrackers. Kepesk, would you also give me a perception check? But Aapa, you did hear that, and I would like you to figure out when you see this. I'll say this is off the starboard side of the ship, so the right side of the ship, off there. You see Tracan do some firecracker dancing over off the side there. And what are you going to do with that?
Just before that, I want to know, since I said that I would fall asleep right after I'm done caring for people, do I benefit from a short rest or not at all?
Not
yet.
No, not yet. You've been kept busy for a long time tending to the crew.
Okay. I'm probably just gonna hang on the side of the ship and just look at him and pet Banshee and just start tilting my head like, what is this? Huh?
I'm gonna retcon a little bit and say that you did have time for a short rest, because now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, it would have taken a long time for this development to happen. So I retcon that you can have a short rest, but okay. So you're chilling on the side there with Banshee. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're just watching.
Chilling, watching, and saying to myself, man, this is the weirdest bird I've ever seen.
Same.
Okay. Because you lived on the coast, although in a jungle. So I'm curious if you would have seen anything like this. Because the jungle.
The harpies, you mean?
Yeah.
I thought you could only see Tracan and the fireworks.
Oh, well, the fireworks were in the face of some harpies.
Okay.
So, because I would imagine that there are some cliffs near the jungle that you're from, which is where harpies typically hang out.
Mm.
So, do you go ahead?
Okay, given my past experience with creatures that look like they were made of different creatures, I'm gonna run up and try to find Martin and look like really scared and really panicked. And as soon as if I find him, I'm just gonna drag him to the deck and just point and go, they need help, they need help, they need help.
He says, well, with what? What's going on? And he follows where you're pointing his eyes, and he looks off the side of the ship. Just, Barlick, get the spyglass. And he pulls it out and looks like, oh no.
We have to help them. They faint. I know, they faint. People and birds, they faint.
No. You don't understand. Those are harpies. Those are we need to all plug our ears.
Like
we all need
people who play harp?
No. These are female birds. They look like females. They're birds. And he looks at the bar like, get the wax. They will sing a song and it'll charm you and they will devour you. It's very bad stuff. So help us get earwax for earwax. Wow. Help us get wax into everyone's ears. All right. So everyone is bustling around getting that together. And Kepesk, what did you get? 14. Yeah, you would have heard the pop from down here. I'm really curious how this is going to play out. What are you doing in there while you're killing some time?
I'm just waiting for my companions to come down and visit me and thinking, any second now they're going to care about where I am. Try to get me out of there.
And tell me, because you've had enough time for a short rest, so feel free to do those hit die. Okay, so Tracan, you're up there. You've started to scare these two away. They fly up and back about 20 feet, but they kind of stop and continue to fly there.
I'm gonna keep trying to chase them away. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna prepare to cast silence on any of them that start to sing.
Okay. That's good because they start to sing.
How close are they to each other?
They are within 15 feet of each other.
Oh, okay. So I can hit them both with silence.
Okay. So because you did that, because you're ready, they start to go, ah, and then you cast silence.
Ah, no.
And it's just muted. You look down and you see where they are several corpses, humanoid corpses that they were gnawing on. With entrails spewed out of the body. It's a bloody mess there on the wreckage, the debris. You also notice on one of the other pieces of debris floating, that you see something else on them, another feathered creature.
Oh God.
And this is farther away now. This is about 70 feet away from you.
Can I'm going to try and focus on that thing and see if I can't figure out exactly what it is. If it's just another harpy or if it's something else.
Yeah. As you squint to get a better look, you can see it does look like another harpy.
Okay. So it's about 70 feet.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll go do the same thing and try and scare that one away. Very well.
Okay.
How far away is the boat at this point?
The boat is about 20 feet to your left behind you.
Oh, okay, so they're pretty close. They're close enough.
And this other one is 70 feet to your left, so that means 50 feet from the ship.
70 feet to my left, so 50 feet.
So to the ship's left, it's 50 feet from the ship's left.
Okay. I'll like kind of move over there. I don't think I can't get there in one round. But I'll fly over towards that direction and try and scare that one away. While I'm flying over the ship, I'll give like a super quick message. It's like, harpies ahead, dealing with them, bye. And then I'll keep flying by.
And tell me, how does silence a zone, or does it attach to a creature like darkness?
I think it's a zone. It says, for the duration, no sound can be created within or pass through a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose within range.
Centered on a point. Yeah, okay, it's a point, not an object. Okay. So in that case, you're heading over that way.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't seem like that other harpy has noticed just yet.
Oh, okay. I'll try and sneak up on it a little bit. Okay. Maybe I can actually like use my crossbow for once and get a pot shot.
Okay. All right. Aapa, what are you doing on your turn?
Well, I don't really understand what's going on, but if I see everyone putting wax in their ears, I guess I'm going to try to help.
Okay.
And obviously I'm going to take a little bit, in my arms and start helping distributing. And as soon as I don't see Kepesk, I'm going to start asking around, like, Sin, big lizard, or big lizard. Really big.
People, not everyone knows, but a couple people are like, he was taken down to the brig.
Brig? Is that
and another person, Iggy walks up to you and he says, "What's wrong? What?"
Hey, I lose. Big lizard man.
Oh, he must be in the brig.
And I'm
heard about this
thing as well because I put the wax in my ears.
Everyone, that's fair. Everyone's shouting. That's fair. He says, let's go down and see him, real quick. So you two go on down to the bottom of the ship. And by the way, as the wax was being gathered, Martin would have quickly explained to you the danger of harpies, in a little more detail than I just did. And so it should convey the sense of urgency, but the ship is in a bit of a frenzy to prepare for this very serious threat. All right, so you and Iggy go downstairs, and you see Kepesk there.
I look at Iggy really confused and I go, "Why here?"
Kepesk, is it true?
Did you try to kill the captain on multiple occasions?
This ship is cursed. Aapa, I am like you. I cannot be caged. I have grown up in the wilds and need to get me up.
Well, yeah. And I turn to Iggy again. Why?
Well, it sounds like, from what I've heard, he attacked Martin. Attacking the captain. The rumor is you attacked the captain originally and nothing happened for it, which is pretty unheard of. You slapped him once or twice, and then some say you punched him. And then the last time during the storm that you threw your spear at him and missed, fortunately.
It was a javelin. Spear looks very different.
all right, whatever. That's not a really big factor here. The fact is
Listen, who are you? I don't know you, Aapa. Get me out of here.
Him, good person. Him, my friend. Him explain a lot.
you would have seen Iggy around, by the way.
Right.
I
Small ship.
turn to Iggy and I go,
But okay. But Kepesk wild things free. Kepesk not free now. No, that's not right.
I was trying to save ship. This was Devil Storm come out of sky and rain acid on everyone's faces and make eyelashes go here.
It was terrible.
what devil? It is like harpy?
I don't know harpy, but all I know is Martin harps on. He's leading the ship into certain death. And I get off the ship. That's all. I was trying to save us because the gods surely punished this ship for his lead.
Can I roll for insights on Kepesk to see if I believe him or not?
Yeah, Kepesk, are you deceiving here? Because I know that
No,
he does...
that's genuinely what he thinks.
Okay.
But I
then...
would like to know if...
Yeah, let's do persuasion versus insight here.
14.
-1. Wow, 16.
Okay, so Kepesk, it sounds like you're getting the point across really clearly. And Aapa, you with a 14, you're not entirely sure if he's truthful, but you can see that he means what he's saying. Like he's passionate about what he's saying.
I come up to Kepesk and I kind of reach my hand because I'm guessing from my hand it's perfectly easy to go through the bars.
Yep.
And I go, okay. Right now, weird monster lady coming. Everyone say dangerous. I think fights happen soon. You like fights, right? You're good at fights.
I really feel fight.
You want help?
I would be happy to fight.
I think, I'm not sure, but I think if you help fight, maybe Martin can forgive. And I turn to Iggy, like looking for validation. Like, yeah, that's a plan. Yeah.
I don't know. We very rarely have had to put anyone in the brig.
Can I see any keys on old mate?
Can you see what?
Can I see any keys on him, on his person?
He does not have any keys, no. You saw the keys were on one of the two burly guys that brought you down here.
Right.
I start looking around, and as soon as I see that there is no key, I turn to Iggy and I go, is it magic to open?
No, it's old-fashioned locks. I mean,
How?
We got to go get the keys.
I'm going to take out a dart off my person, a handmade dart, because they didn't take any of my weapons or anything off me.
They did.
So I'm going to take a dart out and start like trying to pick the lock.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a sleight of. Let's do a. It's not actually a sleight of hand. It was dexterity, I think. So do a dexterity with a disadvantage.
Can I bring that back to a normal roll by trying to give him guidance, looking inside the lock from the other side, like looking at the mechanisms and telling him if it moves or not?
Sure.
Yay!
Sure.
So just a general dexterity roll?
Yeah, unless you can think of, Because typically, what is it?
Not a hand, right? But
Normally, it's dexterity plus proficiency.
Yeah. So let's just do
Like
dexterity.
it's not. I don't think.
okay, so yeah, that's a 14.
While this lock is not complex, the tool is not getting the job done. The tool is not narrow enough. It doesn't have the right angle to, that right angle. Iggy looks around for something to help. And he's unable to find anything, but he says, look, I think if you're to free Kepesk, if we're going to do this and you want to try to help the captain, tell me, what are you planning to do once you get out of here?
Do you mean like once I get off ship or once I get out of the cage?
Once you get out of the cage.
I don't
like
know where it is.
Phil said the word cage, like, oh, that's what it is.
I don't know where these enemies are. Surely they must be asleep if we're still talking and there's no shouting to do that. But I can kill them. I can swim really well, and I cannot fly to get anything flying, but I can jump quite high to try to kick them out of here.
Aapa is probably just gonna jump on Benchy's back and just go. Who has thing for luck?
All right, we'll come back to that. Tracan, you are flying towards the other harpy. You get over there, get over in that direction, and I like you're doing the running. So now I'm imagining Tracan running in the air while his wings are flapping.
Only for a few feet because he thought it'd be funny. That's like kind of how you land, right?
It's like when you hold a puppy above the bathtub when you want to wash them, and they just start
paddling still. Yeah. So go ahead. What are you going to do as you get closer? This harpy has noticed the ship, and it's starting to notice you.
Does this one look identical to the other two?
It looks very similar. Yes.
What are the other two doing?
It is not quite their turn yet. They're still confused why they can't do anything.
Okay.
Why they can't hear each other.
I'll kind of go over and I'll do the same thing minus the spell. Where I'll try and make myself big and I'll squawk at it. I am Alpha Bird.
Okay.
But if that doesn't work, I'm not gonna cast any spell. But then if it doesn't look like that's working, I'll just cast Dissonant Whispers on it.
Okay then. All right. So go ahead and give me those pyrotechnics. Or no, you said without the pyrotechnics.
Yeah, so just kind of like the regular squawking and being big bird.
For that, and give me intimidation then.
Sure. 22.
Ooh. All right, buddy. Okay. I'm thinking of how you always give me smack for not giving you that one intimidation of when you rolled a 33 or whatever.
35.
Yeah, it was a magically bound creature. I didn't give him the intimidation.
You didn't give me an inch.
No, nothing. Yeah, so with a 22, you manage. This thing sees you coming in. And how are you intimidating it? What is it about you that's happening?
I'm puffing up my chest feathers and I'm flapping my arms and I'm squawking loud and I'm like, go away. There's nothing for you here. Except it's an orange, so it's just squawking.
Okay. How far are you away from it?
I'd probably be pretty close.
Okay.
Like maybe 15 feet. 15 feet. 15? I think 15 feet sounds okay.
Sure. Yeah. So you do this 15 feet away, and it's just it doesn't want anything to do with you. You look like I was about to say tough cat, and I realized how odd that was, given that you are like a large bird. It realizes you're a big tough bird, and it goes to fly the other way.
Damn right.
It doesn't seem to want any business with you.
I'll keep an eye on it to make sure it's like gonna not turn around. And then from there I'll refocus my attention on the other two.
That's good because they just started to fly away from each other, and now they are outside of the zone of silence.
All right.
And they are starting to head towards the ship. And they start to sing.
Can I cast silence again?
I'm going to say your intimidation took your action.
That's fine. That's fine.
So everyone on the ship is going to roll a wisdom saving throw, but with advantage because of this wax.
Because I'm downstairs.
I'll say you have advantage because there's a lot of things between you and them. Yes. Okay.
The wisdom saving?
Yes. Wow. I rolled a 1 and a 19.
13.
Oh, thank God I had advantage.
Yeah, right.
21.
Very nice.
And the first one was 7.
All right, so you guys passed the first. Oh, Tracan, I need you to make that wisdom saving throw without advantage.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, I failed.
What did you get?
8.
After your modifier?
Yeah.
Okay.
I tried so hard.
You hear the song of the first one, and it just sounds like pure bliss.
Scooby Dooby Doo.
Is that what pure bliss is to you, Scooby Doo?
It's pretty good.
It's those days when you used to watch Scooby Doo.
No, the theme song's just really catchy.
All right, then. I guess pop makes you very happy. Okay. So you on your turn are compelled to go towards the bird, and you will take your dash as your action until you reach the bird.
Well, how far away are they?
They are still on the other side of the ship, which I said was 50 feet away from the harpy that you're 15 feet away from. So quick math, you're 35 feet away from the ship, plus a bit more, so about 45 to 50 feet away from them.
I can reach them without using my dash. Does that change anything?
On your turn, your reaction is not used here.
Yes.
So as it is their turn, and the other one also sings, so everyone has to make another saving throw.
That one.
We all failed and died.
With advantage.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
22.
Phew.
10.
10. Ooh.
Oh, do I have to do it for Banshee as well?
Oh, yes, please.
Well, Banshee got a 17, but I got a 10.
Did you roll for Banshee twice?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so Aapa, this song actually is now starting to sound really interesting. So from below deck, you start to find yourself on now, because now it's your turn. You are now walking up to the top of the ship. Kepesk suddenly is not even a thought.
Aapa.
Yip yip.
Wait, there's. Do you hear that?
Yes, I hear it sounds really bad, like bad screeching.
It does. It's like
I think
Pay money for that.
Freddie. I want to see. I'll be back, but I want to see.
all right, and it's your turn. So you move your full movement, which gets you to the top of the ship. And then you have your action, so you're going to dash towards them. And they are still off the edge of the ship, so you are right against the lip of the ship.
Okay.
trying to reach them. And you actually make eye contact with the one that you are interested in, the second one. And you two look at each other, and this harpy that everyone described as so evil looks nothing but friendly and welcoming. And you really just want it to hold you in your arms. Now let's see. I'm going to roll. Banshee, of course, notices you and sees you go up, and she's just kind of watching you, not sure. And she sees you at the lip of the ship. So she's going to stay about 10 feet away from you. And for meta purposes, she is readying an action.
Thank you for watching episode 4 of Random Rolls. In the next episode, the party is going to have to deal with the harpies. I tell you, getting to play harpies, which I've never done before, is really interesting because you are charming your players, or at least trying to charm them all the time. It's pretty cool. I like it. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the episode, I didn't always get all of my information right about the monsters, but that's okay. I think this is an important idea, which is why I'm bringing it up again. Often, there's a lot of fear around being a dungeon master. Fear about getting things right, knowing all the information, and being ready. The truth is, you won't always be ready. And that's why, as a group, you all tell the story together. You bring your collective knowledge to tell a story. And I think that's really important. What do you think? Would you agree with that? Let me know in the comments below. Also, please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed it. When the next video is up, I'll put it up here. And I can't wait for you to see it next week. They got to deal with these harpies. We'll see how, and who knows what else. Until next week, have a great day and an amazing week. Bye.